Well, I'm at the OSU Research Greenhouses, and I'm going to talk with Senior Agricultural Specialist Tina Johnson about the Poinsettia Trials. Thanks for joining me today, Tina.
You're welcome. It's nice for you to come.
Could you tell me a little bit about the research that you're doing here with the poinsettias?
Yeah, here at Oklahoma State University Research Greenhouses with the horticulture department, we usually get different experimental plugs from different companies, Ecke, Fisher, Selective First Class, and Duman. They send us these plugs, we put them in pots about July, and then we let them grow until about December. So there's different things. After the experiment is done, we send all the information to the company, like uniform size and how they color up, how strong they are, so that they know what is best for the consumer to sell.
Okay, well, let's take a look at some of the varieties you're
Okay.
We usually think of poinsettias being red, but I see here that you have a lot of different varieties. Can you tell us just some of these different colors we have?
Yes, we have the traditional red here. This is an early Freedom Red. This is a basic one that usually comes out. Usually when they send these plants, they try to make them bigger and better every year, or more shape. So that's why we get the experimental plugs.
Okay.
We have this one that doesn't even have a name yet. This is a pink, but it's a number. So this is one of their experimental ones that came out that is new. Then we have, again, the white. That's more of a traditional one. This is an early elf white.
Early elf white.
And this one, and again, you'll see that they're coloring up nicely, and we like to look for the uniform shape.
Now we even have some fun plants
We
like
have
this.
fun, and those are Shimmering Surprise. That's a newer, different one. We've had that one before, but they keep, once again, they keep trying to make it bigger and better. So.
And these are going to keep this multiple
Yes, it'll be
colors going
speckled
on
like
here.
that. So.
Excellent. Now there's also a lot of fun leaf textures and shapes. Look at this one with the
Carousel Dark Red.
carousel dark red and the wavy leaves. It's a lot of fun.
And then we have a
Variegated variety, another interesting twist, and the leaves are a lot paler than we see on some of the other varieties
Yes.
in poinsettias. And I thought
and they're
this
still
one,
coloring up, so we'll still see some different
yes,
crazy things.
And this one I think is a lot of fun just because of the shape of the leaves.
This one's
being-
called a Crazy Christmas, and it does look a little crazy. So a lot of
It sure
people,
does.
sometimes they want something different than the traditional.
And you were talking about the plants coloring up. Now, a lot of us think of poinsettias that this is the flower, but that's not in fact the flower.
Right.
Let me move that.
The flower is actually in the middle of the poinsettia. And not that you can see a lot here, but it will be right there in the middle. That's actually the flower. The leaves are called bracts. They're not actually flowers, they're just leaves and bracts.
And we could see that they're starting to get their color on this one. It's going to be a red, but it's not fully colored up.
Right. And I wanted people to see how they come into color, so it's kind of a different step.
Excellent. And your greenhouses are going to be open to the public soon?
Yes, we're having a greenhouse open house for poinsettias from November 19th from 10 to 2. And if you go on our website, it's www.hortla.okstate.edu. You can look at the dates and the details and a map to show you how to get here.
Excellent. Now, before we leave, I just wanted to talk a little bit about maintaining our poinsettias.
Yes. A lot of times people don't realize these are very cold sensitive. They need lots of care. When you purchase them, make sure you ask for a sleeve or any kind of Walmart sack to keep them from the cold and the wind, because they're very sensitive plants. When you get them home, they like to have 70 degree in the house.
Okay.
Keep them away from heat ducts, away from fireplaces. A lot of people put them in front of the fireplace, and it's so hard on the plants.
It's just too warm there.
It's too warm.
Okay.
And so and plus they don't like to be around windows that are real drafty.
Okay, so
keep
we're going to
it-
watch extreme temperatures. And what about watering?
When you water your poinsettias, you should take them out of the sleeve, the decorative sleeve that they have on, put them in the sink, water them thoroughly, and then totally sit there and let them wait and let all that water drain out. Then you can put them back in the sleeve. But if you're putting them back in the sleeve before the water has run out, they will sit in that water, and then the plant will die sooner because it could get root rot or other kind of diseases.
Okay, well, thank you very much,
Thank
Tina.
you.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.